welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sports Line at Sips Sports Bar. We're at 3024 West Liberty Avenue, Pittsburgh 15216. For all of you that don't know the area, it's downtown Dormont, 3 miles from Liberty Tubes, and the tubes are open. That's what I've heard. Smoking Jim made it on time. And we didn't start our show at 7:30. It's a little bit close. But we're checking our statistics on Pittsburgh Sports Line on Facebook. We were at 694. I don't know if we're up on it anymore on that. So thanks to everybody for doing that. Thanks to Dave Cable, Devin Shea. By the way, congratulations on the new dad, Devin Shea. Baby Liam come into the world screaming. He's the opposite of Devin here. He's nice and quiet, and he's nice and healthy, and same with the mom. So very good. Then Aaron Ward's here paying attention to make sure we're looking at the camera.
And not at our phones.
And then John the intern's going to behave himself. No photo bombing. None of the other things that he does. We got certain regulations here. He's only got a few more weeks left, folks. And thanks to Bethel Park for letting us produce this show outside of Bethel Park. We're getting great reviews. I'm running into people all over the area that watch the show, and they'll go, yeah, we watch that show. It's a different show. We enjoy it. So I'm Al Levine, the Talking Machine, Smoking Jim Frazier, and Chip the Prophet Hayner. And we start the show with what's on our mind, and we're going to do that right now. All right, Chip, what's on your mind?
Wow. Thanks, Alan, and welcome everybody to Sips Sports Lounge and the Pittsburgh Sports Line at Sips. Great to be here with my two friends, Alan and Smoking Jim. What a whirlwind week of sporting events that I was at this past week, and I'm telling you what, a little bit on the burned out side, but I think I'll make it through it. But what's on my mind is I'll go down the football path right now. There's a couple of things I like to bring up because I've been known to lambaste the commissioners of all of our major sporting venues, and it's time for Roger Goodell to get roasted. And
not again.
The NFL is once again mudding up the system and making themselves look really bad. They got. They have their drug program, and they say that it's one of the best in the business. And then you've got this guy named Von Miller, starting All-Pro linebacker for the Denver Broncos. And he tested positive for some forbidden drugs, and what really I find interesting about this is that he got a 6-game suspension. And, when you get busted the first time, it's supposed to be a 4-game suspension. He was able to negotiate a 6-game suspension because what he did was he conspired with the person that took the urine samples to give a false sample for himself because he knew that the sample was dirty. And so he was able to negotiate a 6-game suspension, and then now word's getting out about this, and I don't know how the NFL could let this guy get away with a 6-game suspension. Roger Goodell needs to suspend him for the season to send out the message that, attempting to cheat is even worse than cheating itself. Wow. So, I think there's something that needs to be done about that. And then, I know Jim is a big fan of the Harbaugh brothers, and I happen to not be. But Jim Harbaugh out there in the San Francisco is one of his all-pro defensive men. Alton Smith gets arrested for being drunk and driving on Friday night, and he admits that he was drinking and driving, and instead of suspending him, he plays him in the game yesterday in the interest of trying to, and then after the game they admit him to rehab so that he could avoid being suspended by the NFL. I think it's a real class move on their act. And the last thing I want to touch on is, I don't know, I was down at Heinz Field last night, and somebody said the Steelers played a game last night. I was there, and it's kind of hard to believe they did. But one of the things two things that struck me about the Steelers team is their offensive line can't run block and they can't pass block. And I think once they get that fixed, they could be a little bit more successful. And the defensive line can't stop the run. And this is something that the Steelers have always been the strongest in the league at. So I think what they ought to do is they ought to sit Steve McKendon down and bring back the snack.
Well, Jim, we don't have the revisitation here on Sip Sports Bar. I'll let some of that go because I agree with you on most of that. And now, Smoking Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Hey, thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
Oh, wait, I have it.
you got to see Levine. Hey, Stephanie, I really like this shirt. It's not 50 shades of gray, but it's 2 shades of gray. But you know what? I tell you what, I really believe that the Pittsburgh kid, Paul Spadafore, will get a title shot by the end of the year with Money Mayweather if he stays away from drugs, alcohol, and Oscar De La Hoya. Hey, listen, they all make me do it. They all make me do it. Yes, Gateway is still undefeated, and Clareton lost. But I tell you what, a young lady who's going to be on the show a little later on this show, I tell you what, other than my mom, there's nobody in this world that I respect more than her. When I first got a job as a sports reporter for a newspaper, she edited all of my stuff. She helped to develop me as a writer, and I tell you right now, win, lose, or tie, I'll love her till the day I die. Please put your hands together for Miss Esther Nunez. Not right now, Miss Esther, not right now. I just wanted to give you a shout out.
He does 2 promos. Relax.
The Pittsburgh Steelers need to fire offensive coordinator Todd the Fraud Haley.
Yeah.
Listen, Todd the Fraud never played football a day in his life and is starting the show. He said he didn't play football because of a back injury. The only back injury he has is that yellow streak that runs down the middle of it. Hey, listen, you know, Todd the Fraud, I call him the fraud because he gets credit for things he never did. When he was the offensive coordinator of Arizona Cardinals, head coach Ken Whisenhunt called all the plays. When he was the head coach of Kansas City Chiefs, the fat boy from Notre Dame, Charlie Weiss, called all the plays, and then the fraud fired him, and the next year he called the plays for the first 8 games. His offense was so offensive that Kansas City fired him. The next year the Steelers hired him. He inherits a 12-4 Super Bowl contending team. He dragged them down to 8-8, no playoffs. This year they're 0-3 because of Todd, and now Steeler Nation is on suicide watch. Listen, this week the team had a players-only meeting. They decided no more shooting pool, no more shuffleboard, no more ping pong. Where they do that at? Hey, listen, if it's going to help you win football games, I want the team to play pool, play craps, poker, and I want them to play blackjack. Hey, listen, if it's going to help, I even want the brothers to learn how to swim if it's going to help them win football games. Hey, listen, winning is a habit. Winning is a habit, and Todd Haley's habit is losing. Last year he lost 4 out of the last 5 games. This year he went 0-4 in preseason. Right now he's 0-3 in regular season. Next week, Big Ben goes to London to stand next to Big Ben, and if they lose the game, the Steeler fans will feed Haley to the Lions behind Buckingham Palace.
Smoking Jim, you were so on fire here that, man.
Yeah, what? I just hope they don't use an offensive line
so
to protect the
here, I
clock.
don't know if you can see that. then there's something else on here. My goodness. Hey, the only thing I have to correct you on, my friend, is history. They'll take you up to the Tower of London, and they'll let you rot there. Or they could throw him into the Thames there.
History wasn't my best subjects.
Well, what was your best subject since we're talking about you again?
I love gym, recess, and lunch.
And studying generals.
There you go, folks. He wasn't homeschooled either, even though he's a proponent of homeschooling. I don't know what to say after that. That was one of his best ever. Did you see that again? I was at an event the other night in Bethel. They have a speaker series that they're starting. And a friend of my dad's, Jim O'Brien, and a friend of mine also was on the show. this guy, we're working out when he's going to come on our show. He offered to come on our show. He just has a book on Chuck Noll, The Winning Way. He's only written 22 sports books. He's written 25 altogether, Smoking Jim, so you got a little work ahead of you. He's a great guy. And, hold it, no, he's not. He's actually from, what did he say, Glenwood or somewhere else? Glen Hazel. No, Glen Hazel. Well, you know what, folks? We got the kamikaze kid from Upper St. Hazelwood. We're going to call him on in a few minutes after I can talk. This guy's unbelievable. What's on my mind is I bleed black and gold, and you can see I lost my gold. I just got black. And the problem I have is, bring that purse up here, Stephanie. That's where the gold is for the Steelers, because I'm not seeing it on the field. I don't even have to explain it. Usually I can talk in depth about a few subjects, but this is real simple. They're not playing up to the capabilities that we think they have, let alone they were picked #1, #2 draft picks, etc. How do you have an offensive line that's traditionally bad and it's worse? I saw 2 tackles, and you know who they are. They couldn't block anybody. I was looking for Willie Colon, who I coined the phrase can block and tackle on the offensive team better than anybody, because they won't call you each play for holding. These guys weren't even holding. They couldn't catch anybody. It was terrible. Running backs, interceptions, it's a nightmare. But you know what? When they go to London, I think that'll change their whole attitude. You got to go across the pond. Let's be undefeated in England. That's what I want to see. And the Pirates, magic numbers 2. We're getting into playoffs. Only 2. A combination of 2 for all you rookies out there. Either a loss by the Nats or a win by the Pirates, and you're in.
And it happens tonight.
Well, there we go. There's Chip. We got Penguins on tonight, too, so you'll hear about that later on. That's what's on my mind, and we're going to start bringing up our guests right now.
I tell you what, we are so honored here at Sip Sports Bar to have my favorite person on the whole planet, former model, former national salsa dancer, and one of the most beautiful people inside and out that I ever met in my life. Please put your hands together for the beautiful Miss Esther Nunez.
I'm honored to welcome to our show, Esther.
Thanks.
Have a seat.
Hello, everybody.
With that introduction, just tell people who you are and what you're doing now.
Well, with that introduction, I don't even know what to say. I'm a little taken aback. Well, I'm Esther Nunez, and I am a New York native. Been in Pittsburgh for 16 years, and I have known the incredible Jim Frazier, Smokin' Jim Frazier, for about 15 years now. And he's like fine wine. He just gets better with age. So,
Oh, thank you, Miss Esther.
He takes compliments.
Smoking Jim doesn't age. You just celebrated his 29th birthday.
that makes me 16 now.
Whoa. Let me do the math. Okay. Tell us what you're doing now. Enough of all this compliments here.
Well,
Just start at the
aside
beginning.
From my professional career, I'm doing, and I kind of let the young bucks do the modeling now. I'm 33, so that's.
An honest woman on the air telling her age. You didn't have to.
I look good for 33. I don't care what you say.
I agree. I agree.
There's no argument here.
But to keep in shape and to keep, the blood flowing and looking good and healthy and young, I'm doing kickboxing on Curry Road, and it's ilovekickboxing.com, and it's an incredible place. And one of the things, and there's going to be another guest that's going to give you sort of the background information on it and how it started and everything else. But the thing that I noticed immediately when I walked in, there is not a single mirror in the place. And that, to me, is where I want to work out. I don't want to be with the plastics. I don't want to be...
Where's this place again?
It's on Curry Road.
Is that in the South Hills?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
In Baldwin, right
That's in
across
Baldwin.
from
That's where I live.
Middle school, yes.
I was born and raised out that way. Wow.
It's incredible. It's incredible. There's everyone from people 300-pounders to people that have been doing this for a long time, that are in shape, and everyone is. It's not a cliquey place. It's not somewhere.
No mirrors?
No mirrors. So you're not there to look at yourself, and you're not.
What
there
if my hair gets out of place?
Don't worry, Al. It can't
That's
happen.
what you're supposed to. That's,
It won't happen. In a hurricane, it won't
That's the
happen.
whole point.
I'm
you
teasing.
Sweat and you.
Hold it, I
and you
am.
go to kick butt,
Gosh
and I
darn
love
this. This is brutal up here, sitting next to you. My goodness, there.
Grab me the one in my purse, please.
We're rolling still.
I know.
What else do you want to talk about?
No, grab me the white in my purse.
Please don't hit me with your purse. You're too nice.
We're going to do something else.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Now you can use this.
Yeah! All right, Miss Esther.
My man, Little Z. Little Z, I gotta throw the flag. This one's better. My goodness.
Woo!
Wow. You know what? I like
Use
it.
fabric softener on it.
It smells a lot better too, Al.
Notice how I let him say it. We're supposed to talk serious sports now. What's going on here?
Yes.
Let's get
So-
focused. Thank you very much. Is this mine or are you taking
No,
it?
that's. I'll actually send you guys.
Oh, I can't keep it.
Thank
then.
you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, you can keep that. So anyway, so it's a program that it's encouraging, and the instructors, and one of the instructors is here. They have meal plans, and they have. It's a.
What does
room
something
with-
like this cost?
I'll let her talk on that.
Okay.
I just go to the class, and
Oh, okay. You're like the PR girl and
You know,
marketing. You're all about PR and marketing.
Anyone that knows me knows if I don't believe in it, I don't talk.
That's true.
So
That's true.
I am
I
very
like that.
honest.
Well, you'll
like
fit in
that.
on the show perfectly because that's how we are.
That's amazing. That's great. If I don't think it's gonna work, then I'm not putting my name behind something that
Well, that's
I don't
great.
believe in.
Well, Miss Esther, is it just more for aerobic benefit, or is it something that you can use for self-defense as well?
If I'm in an alley and I'm getting attacked, you bet your butt I'm going to use it. So
So it can be aerobic or you can knock somebody out.
it's cardio, it's strength training, it's everything. It's just amazing.
How long have you been doing this?
About a month now.
And you're that excited still.
I love it. I love it. And I'm a fitness instructor, and I've done salsa for a lot of years. And this is the ticket. And there's nothing like it in Pittsburgh. Nothing.
Really?
There's nothing.
Tell us the address right now so when Calm gets on the show, she can do it too. But I want you to do it since you talk so nice about the place.
It is 5001 Curry Road in Baldwin, and it is located in a strip mall, and it's PKA. It's held at a
Over by
Taekwondo-
Legacy Lanes.
Yeah,
Right across the street from it.
place. PKA Karate. But it's called ILoveKickboxing.com. Go to the website. Com is going to give you guys some specials and some rates. You get
A towel.
Everyone,
You get a
no,
towel.
You don't get the towel. You get the towel because you're special. But
Hi.
My mom told me that years ago too.
for everyone that goes and signs up for
That
the
is
classes,
nice.
you get a free pair of boxing gloves, and they're real. They're not
Let me
fake.
see that. Wait a second.
Black gloves.
You get
You know, it
pink,
goes with-
red,
goes
and
with
I'm
my
not your
outfit.
Typical
Oh.
pink type of girl. So I'm not your typical pink type of girl. So there's pink, black, and
Can
red.
you get them in pink, right?
You can get them in pink
Wow.
if you want. If
How about
you
one
can
of each?
Dazzle them if you want.
One of
Whatever you
each.
want. But it is just an amazing program. So get on the website, check it out. It's amazing.
And Miss Esther, before as we wind down this segment,
Yes.
I have to say, because my good friend Chip Hayner is one of the biggest baseball fans that I know, and I know that you have roots in the Dominican Republic,
I am
where my
Dominican.
favorite player Pedro Alvarez is from.
Yes.
So can you just take a minute to talk about baseball and the effects that it has
You can
in the
take a couple
Dominican
minutes.
Republic?
You know,
Baseball, wow. You cannot be Dominican and not breathe, eat, sleep, live baseball.
Roberto Clemente was my idol as a child. I saw him
he's a lot of
play.
people's idol,
And I watched him play, and then I was, when he passed, I cried my eyes out. I was 12 years old.
started on the clap.
He was an incredible player. I mean, I think Dominican Republic, if I remember correctly, is the Latin American country that produces the most baseball players.
Yes, they do.
And this is what we do. We grow up, and by the time you can crawl, you have a stick and a rock in your hand, and you're trying to, hand-eye coordination. That's
One of the things the Pirates did. One of the things the Pirates did is they invested money into a sporting complex in the Dominican to develop the players, and and then Starling Marte, who's now an up-and-coming star in the left field.
He's Dominican too?
Yes, he is.
Yes,
he is.
I mean, it's incredible.
Yes, it is.
And it's something that we take pride in. It's something that when we go home, I mean, there are just hundreds of real baseball fields, but also just makeshift baseball fields. That
one of the things that I found most intriguing about Roberto Clemente is that children in the Dominican now even idolize him, and he died 40 plus years ago. They never had any idea who he was, but just his legacy has been passed along from generation to generation.
Parents and parents' parents and aunts and uncles and cousins, that's what they talk about. And
Plus, he was a great man also.
Absolutely.
And what he did. Look how he passed away.
Absolutely.
And I brought up the idea of they retired Jackie Robinson's number because of him breaking the color barrier in baseball, and I feel that for the Latin American players, it was
Don't go overboard,
did
Chip.
the same thing, and they should retire number 21.
You know what, Chip? I agree.
How could you not? This was a setup. Let's talk about you and your business.
My business.
Yeah, well, I like to do shameless promotion, so you're on here promoting everybody else.
Wow.
I do that, so you can't steal my operation here, all right? What do you do? And tell everybody how to get a hold of you right now.
Okay.
Quit
Well,
playing around.
My company's name is Diapertique, and I make custom diaper creations for any occasion. It could be baby showers, birthdays, christenings, first birthday.
Let me interrupt you.
Devin.
The reason I'm telling you, we just have a
Devin.
young man
We have
that
a
just
new
has a
father
brand new
over
son.
here.
I know.
Try to pay attention now. How much time do we have left here? Because we could go.
I am working on the website, diapertique.com, but you can find me now at www.facebook.com/diapertique.
You can talk slower. He has to talk fast.
Oh, and I actually just made a baseball field made out of diapers, and I'm Heinz Field. I'm working on the football stadium. So
Wow.
check out the website for that.
I'm going
It's
to
pretty
check it out.
special.
Tell us the website slow, like you're from Pittsburgh. Okay, please. Hey, I was born here. Come on now. I can't take it anymore. We're going to go downtown and settle that. Okay?
Downtown, right? Yeah.
I've been here 16
You're a
years,
homer.
and the Pittsburgh accent cracks me up even now. I love it.
Okay.
It's at facebook.com/diapertique. And it's
And that's
the word
Diapertique.
Yes, the word diaper and then TIQUE. And that's my company.
And before you go, what do you have on the desk?
Well, Mr. Smokin' Jim always tries to find ways to kind of embarrass me a little bit. So he emailed me yesterday and said, Miss Esther, can I have an autographed picture of you? I've never autographed anything. He's hilarious. So here you
Whoa.
go.
Hold it, wait. Since I'm hosting it, we have to show it. None of this private stuff here. You can see this on Pittsburgh Sports Line on Facebook, YouTube, and on Verizon 32, everywhere in the Pittsburgh area when we broadcast, and then only on Comcast 7 in Bethel Park. There you go, Smokey.
And Miss
Joe.
Esther
Whoa.
got the world's greatest eyebrows. Don't you?
It's getting so hot up here. Whoa, wait a
What are
second.
you doing?
It's getting too hot. My goodness.
Thank you, Miss
I
Esther.
cannot thank you guys enough for having me.
That
Thank you for making the
beautiful.
show.
So much.
Yes,
You're
it was a
invited
pleasure
back
to
whenever
meet
you make the time to talk about your business again,
I
okay?
will, absolutely.
Okay, and good luck with it.
Absolutely a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. It was such a pleasure.
Thanks for the towel, too.
It was my pleasure.
Now we're going to bring up our next guest, the kickboxing expert. Calm, we need you to come up here.
All right, calm.
Does this look familiar?
It does.
All right.
It does.
Welcome to the show, Calm.
Thank you. Thank you.
And again, a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Chip.
Have a nice seat.
Thanks.
Tell everybody who you are,
I'm sorry.
what you're doing.
Well, I am Calm. I do the ilovekickboxing.com, and I'm one of the instructors. And our facility is at 501 at Curry Road. And if you guys are familiar, we're not very far from here at all.
We know. That's why we're glad you could make
Yeah,
it,
you're about
Calm.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Down by the bowling alleys, right?
Yes, right across from Legacy Lane, and if you guys are familiar with
Yes,
that.
we are.
So it's an awesome place, and it's huge.
When can we go see you instructing these other people? What time of the day do you start?
Well, we have our class start Monday to 5 days a week, and on Monday and Wednesday we start at 7:00 p.m.
Okay.
And on Tuesday.
So you're skipping school to come here?
Exactly.
Oh, thank you, Tom. Thank
I
you.
knew it.
I
Well,
think
I'm
I got
glad
a
you could
recruit
make it.
for you.
that?
I think I got a recruit for you. That's my wife over there. See? As long as she doesn't use it on me.
Teach her how to use it on him.
That will be fun.
Okay, now, how late are you open till?
Well, right now we have 5 days out of 7 days.
Right.
We open, like I said, from Monday and Wednesday. It's an actual hour class long.
Okay.
And then we only do right now just, Monday and Wednesday, just 1 hour.
So you're starting out basically with this business now?
Yes.
Well, we're going to try to help you, so
Thanks.
tell people how to get a hold of you again.
You can find us at www.ilovekickboxing.com, and we have special, yes. And our special out right now is $19.99 on our web special. Once you log on there, you'll see it. The $19.99 for 3 classes and a pair of boxing gloves, and it's worth $45, which Esther showed to you, and it's all leather, and it's awesome pair of boxing gloves, and it's yours to keep.
That sounds like a great deal. We're going to have, if people mention that they saw it on Pittsburgh Sports Line, we'll have you back on here. How's that?
Let me borrow $19.
Okay. Hold on, I got to give Chip that dollar.
Hey, no, he's 18.
Not yet.
He's $1 short, Jim.
What else? What else do you want to promote here?
And by the way, and if we do sell our own brand, the I Love Kickboxing,
You mean like the gear you have?
exactly.
You know what? We're going to ask you to stand right in front of me because you're much prettier than I am, and this will be the stuff that you can buy.
Well, you can definitely buy, and it's,
All right.
And that's the shape you'll be in after 3 weeks. I guarantee it. Calm, anything else to say?
Well, what else would you like
Sit
to ask
down
me?
here
I'm
then.
sorry, what else would you like to ask me about the ilovekickboxing.com?
Well, I want to know what kind of training do you give these people?
Well, it's, the training we have, it's like I said, it's definitely an hour worth it. And you go to our website, you find a special that we're promoting, and you come in and we teach you the basic, the jab cross, and the whole entire time we definitely teach you jab cross, poke, punch.
Are you
kick.
working the whole time
Oh
then?
yeah, we teach you the whole entire time. There's a class plan we follow through.
Okay.
We teach you from the push-up the whole way to front kick.
What
rear
if you're
kick.
not in shape like
It's
I am?
okay.
You know, I'm not in shape. So
That's all right. That's what we're here for. We're whipping you into shape. So, whatever shape we have people,
Okay.
all size, different kind of shape. We have people who's been training Taekwondo for the longest time. We have people coming in.
What if you just want to come in and look at the
Hey,
girls?
you can do that too.
Hey, hey.
That's where the gloves come into effect.
We're having a serious show.
That's when you start
Tell me
getting
how
hit.
you would kick this guy out of the room.
I don't know if I want to keep him because he's 6'3".
He is,
thank
but he's
you.
deadly. Look at him there.
But yeah, our classes, like I said, it's to go on your own pace.
Okay.
And we definitely we work on people's whatever they want to work on. So we're the instructor. We teach them whatever. We walk around. We
And
watch.
is it, you have a whole group there?
We have oncoming instructors. Our headquarters is based in New York, Long Island, and the owners is Michael Perella and Daniela Arusa,
Okay.
which are the partner in the unlovekickboxing.com.
Oh, yeah.
And they are amazing.
So this is a franchise.
Yes, it
You've been
definitely
trained
is.
by them.
Yes.
So you're an expert. You're a trained killer with
Well-
pink gloves. So I understand.
I don't have pink gloves. I like black, just like Esther.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
I like black too.
And I'm wearing black tonight.
Who knew?
It's unanimous.
Who knew?
kind of helped because
Okay.
it kind of helped because, like I said, the unlock kickboxing, it's kind of cool. It's based on 4 fighting methods, and it's boxing, Muay Thai.
Tell us about one move, because I don't understand a lot of what you're talking about. Can
It's
you
okay.
describe how one of the moves were? And we're going to have you back again.
Sure. One of the basic moves I always teach everybody
Yes.
is the jab cross.
And what does that entail?
What that entails
Can you
is-
explain it, or do you have to show it? Don't hit me now.
Oh no! It's basically what it is. It's just a punch. It's 2 punches, and it's you just do your jab
Can you
cross.
show them right now?
Of course.
Then show them.
All right. So basically, I always tell people we always start with the left side. So we go bend our knees and we got up and we jab cross. That's it. Jab cross.
I like that.
That's it.
And that's it for you.
That's it for me.
For this time, we'll have you back again when you can skip out of school. And then you can come back and tell us more. And I wish you a lot of success with it.
Thanks.
And I know you'll do well.
Did a great job, Con.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Mom. Take care. I just got late breaking news on Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. $6.95. All that hard work, we appreciate you liking us. There's Brandy photobombing again. Oh man, we need people with more Facebook pages. Come on, you got to like us there. We're trying to get that Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook up to 1,000. Felicia Ann's trying to get us up to 1,000, and it's working out really well. Well, you know what? We're not going to have any more drinking when I mention Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook.
That's all right. She's got a designated driver.
That's it. We're going to talk sports on our halftime show, maybe things that we might have missed or we want to talk about. I know Chip went to about 18 different sporting events over the last 5 days. What's on your mind at halftime?
What's on my mind at halftime? What's on my mind at halftime? You know, it's football season. You know, we're into the high school football, and if in case anybody didn't know, Gateway's still undefeated.
I would heard that.
You know, in this past weekend, the Pitt Panthers, had a big win against the Duke Blue Devils. But, the thing I find disturbing about it is the lack of defense that anybody's playing. And to be honest with you, my opinion about this past weekend in college football was one of the worst weekends in college football history. You know, here you've got teams like top 5 ranked teams that are playing high school teams, and they're using the mercy rule on them, which is something that they use in high school football. When you go up by how many touchdowns? Like 3 or 4 touchdowns. They run the clock continuously. They did that in the Georgia game against. I believe it was Florida A&M.
Wow.
And then in the Ohio State game, they made the fourth quarter 12 minutes instead of 15.
Oh, no.
Now, you know, who are teams that are playing for the national championship, and they're padding their schedules by playing these nothing happening schools. And, you know, I think what they ought to get done is, obviously, this is a well documented on my part, to get rid of the FBS, in the BCS, because I think it's a bunch of manure.
Yes.
But, they need to have the top 20 teams play each other throughout the course of the season. They shouldn't be able to play games against teams where you're favored by 76 points, and you cover. I mean, they ought to play competitive football games. I mean,
I agree, Chip. Get rid of the BCS because it's BS. All right.
But, I mean, I
have
think
some competition now.
I think it's a sin, to put a product like that on TV and expect people to
You
pay
mentioned
their hard-earned
Pitt,
money to it.
And I do want to give a shout out to the Pitt team. That was a great performance offensively. It reminded me of the video games that all these kids are watching, 58, 55. It's an adventure.
Well,
that's what they're practicing.
When I saw the score, I thought the Pitt basketball team had played the Duke basketball team.
That's a coming attraction, don't worry.
Yeah, but if Pitt would have played Duke in basketball, it would have been 155 to 58.
It might have been. I don't know. I'll hold out on that one. Smoking Jim, what do you got going on during halftime except holding that picture?
Hey, thanks to Miss Esther Nunez. I announced already that I'm working on.
150 for that picture. 200.
Do I owe three?
Hey, don't wrinkle that.
475 over here.
350. We're up to 500, folks. This is going out for charity.
600 Turkish lira.
This is going to Smoking Jim's charity. No, he'll keep it. I'm sorry. Keep that picture.
Well, I want to announce to everybody, too, I just got a new job. I am the president of Miss Esther's fan club. But I tell you what, I'm working, thanks to Miss Esther, I'm working on a sports book. It'll be released the week of the Super Bowl. We'll be up in New York. We hope to have over 75,000 copies available at the Super Bowl. It's going to be absolutely awesome book. Me and Al Levine, the Talking Machine, is coming out with our magazine in October, and the magazine launch party will be at the Savoy Thursday, October 17th, and everybody's invited.
You're all welcome. Sign up on Eventbrite. Sign up on Facebook. We already have over 60-some people there, so the house is gonna be packed. Just get those tickets on Eventbrite. That way you can come in. They can only fit about 200 in there, and we think we may get a couple more, Smoking Jim. So thanks for everybody. We appreciate the support. There's some advertising opportunities and everything else in the area. There's going to be a lot of great sports writing and conversation too. And that's going to be it for our halftime show. We're done with that. Hey, Chaz, you want to come up and talk Pitt for a second? I want to get you up here.
The living legend!
696.
Welcome back to the show, Chaz.
696.
This is number 40,
Chaz.
the Kamikaze Kid.
Number one in our hearts,
And
though,
I'm
right?
bringing you here because Pitt won.
Pitt made 19 out of 23 free throws. They shot behind the three-point line. 10 for 12.
Hold it, wait.
They beat them
What season?
58-55.
Whoa. You know
They
what?
beat Duke 58-55. They had 13 three-pointers.
I'm telling you. And
That was basketball. I'm sorry.
And for anybody that knows the Kamikaze Kid, like I've worked with him a few weekends, he said he got hit in the head a lot.
Can you tell?
What else is going on, number 40?
I'm just excited about Pitt's offense. We got to tighten the defense down a little bit. They couldn't even stop that number
yeah,
three.
when I put
If it was flag football, they couldn't even touch him to end up.
Tyler Boyd, is he a future Heisman candidate or what?
But the high octane is here when I talked
It didn't happen. The used car salesman left, and now we got Chris, who can't get anybody excited. They scored 58 points. Savage, a fifth-year quarterback,
Legitimate
comes out.
58 points.
And how about the arm on Savage?
Shotgun. It's like Danny Marino type arm.
You know, the shame about it is he's a fifth-year
He was
season.
with him back
And
then.
I haven't said that. My brothers from Florida State, when he come up, the scouting report on Savage was a shotgun arm.
Really?
That's what the Florida State defensive coaches were telling their team.
And they were right. They didn't lie to you this time.
No, they didn't.
He set an ACC record for touchdown passes, 6 in one game.
It was against Duke!
Doesn't matter. It's a record. It's a record.
He's always saying something bad about Pitt. What are we going to do with this Smoking Jim?
I mean, Gateway's undefeated. Who'd they play? Hazelwood High.
It wasn't Upper St. Hazelwood.
Gladstone.
They haven't played Central Catholic yet.
At least you didn't say Little Sisters of the Poor, because I heard their team's not playing anymore.
They're off.
They disbanded.
No,
Well,
no, they're playing Alabama.
on, guys.
thank you. And this was more than 40 seconds.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm
You
sorry.
went up to 148 seconds,
I
sir.
forgot to bring my Pittsburgh stuffed towel.
Wait, I got some towels. Get it.
Thanks, Kamikaze.
Yeah.
Great to have you here, buddy.
Appreciate it. All right, we got another guest who's a special guy that I met at a horse track, and we're going to bring up, he's known as the Mayor, Mayor Addison. If he can choke down another burger, maybe we can get him on the show. Now, his last name is Brenner. He's not directly involved with this Brenner contracting, so I've heard. That's a little Z who's going to be our last guest up here. Here's one of the Brenner team, and we got.
Man, nice to meet you, man.
I was calling him the mayor out of that's an honor because everybody knows him in the neighborhood. But this is Addison Brenner.
That's right.
Welcome to the show. Tell your fans and your new fans who you are and what do you got going on. Try to think about it first.
You guys got me all hyped up about Pitt football.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling
Big
you.
grad myself, 2008.
Congratulations.
Not a fan of sincerity. Not glad to see we got a fresh guy in there. But
Neither was I. I'm not a big fan.
You
Not a
fit
big
right- you
fan
fit
of
right
Tino.
in now.
not a fan, but it's good to see.
You still support, so.
Still support. I'm pretty excited to know that Pitt will have a better record than the Steelers this year.
Oh, you're a Steeler fan too. I know that. You're not just Pitt. You're just jumping off the bandwagon with the Steelers.
Always
Oh, okay, just checking.
Pittsburgh fan. My heart, always.
I could tell. That's at Brenner stock.
Have to go with Pittsburgh all the time.
Just checking because your mother's here now. I don't want you to misspeak about sports.
Only when it comes to West Mifflin. Hill Valley, West Mifflin. Only when it comes to that.
Okay. Now, as long as you said it straight. Now, you were at the Pitt game. What do you think? You stay for the whole game?
I did. I stayed for the whole game every time. I have season tickets. Had them for 5 years now. And man, it's just exciting. I like where we're going. Our defense needs a little help, but I'm really excited. We have a lot of Clarion boys. Clarion boys there, Jim. Clarion boys.
Gotta blow Clarion up and start all over.
You know he's not welcoming Clareton for some unknown reason. Just in case you didn't know. I know you're a fan of the show and our Pittsburgh Sports Line, so.
Yeah, absolutely. This is my first time on here. I've been following my brother and you guys for a long time.
Try not to mention his name very much because he's sitting on the bench right now, okay? So this is about you right now. What else do you do, Mayor?
But I work downtown, Pittsburgh, born and raised. Work at BNY Mellon. They're all about supporting everything as well. And I actually just while you were on air here, I posted your page on my Facebook, and I think we have 2-3 more followers. So
Wow, thank you.
we might get to 700 here by the end of the
Before the end of the show, and this will be rebroadcast throughout the week about 5 times, so
There is computers in Homestead.
Upper St. Homestead. That's where
Munhall.
Oh, man. Thanks,
Charlie.
See, we got a lot of fans out there. What else is on your mind? Anything else besides Pitt right now? Because I know you follow all the sports. All right.
Bucko fever. Got to talk about the Pirates. Independent race and the wild card race. Unfortunately, I was at the game, 2 games this weekend. We lost. But,
We won't hold that against you. It's a beautiful ballpark, and they only need 2. The magic number is 2.
And
They're winning right now, 1-0 in the first against the Cubs.
Yeah. So it's
Just
a
a little
great time
update.
to be a Pittsburgh fan of all sports. Hockey's starting up. Panthers are doing well.
And the Steelers are going to start a winning streak in London. Okay? That's what it is. Sending the positive vibes because it's too negative in the city right now.
Have to.
Well, I want to thank
Haley
you
got to
for.
go.
Well, we know that.
All right.
On that, you can leave. We're right with you. Thanks for being on the show. Addison, it's a pleasure.
I don't
Take care.
understand why everybody's hating on Todd Haley. You know, they offense put up 500 yards last night.
Great job, Brother Brenner.
All right, it's TVZ time here. Little Z is in the house here.
I love his swag.
What's my drink? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta work on that brother handshake a bit.
I know I do. I'm a little weak on it. Zach, welcome to the show again. Nice seeing you.
Hey, glad to be here.
Thanks for making the time out of your busy day. I know with the weather changing and everything, you're busier than ever.
Busier than ever.
And all that rain. Hey, what's on your mind here, buddy?
Well, I'll tell you what's on my mind, Levine. I was just thinking to myself, how many gateway guys are at Pitt?
Oh, hold it. Wait a second. Just because we picked on you last week doesn't mean you can pick on Smoking Jim this week. You got 30 seconds of picking on him. Come on, 280.
I couldn't think of any. Then I tried to think of any gateway guys that ever did anything spectacular or extraordinary or above average.
Hold it. Wait a second. Now, my son keeps telling me you got to Bing stuff. Maybe you were on Google because Bing's much better. So
Well, I was
what'd you
on
find
Google.
on Bing?
Well, what I found
you got to
on
look
Bing-
on Bing.
Well, what I found on Bing is that all you have to do is go to goldenquill.com and you can print out your own awards. You can print out Gold Quill awards all afternoon. I am
Cut
the
this.
10
Wait,
time
cut this.
This wasn't on Bing. This was on Better Bing.
The Super Bowl that's going to sell 100,000 copies on opening day, and it's going to be a New York Times bestseller.
I feel like I'm stuck in the middle here.
And I'll give you guys
He's
some
exposing all your
stuff.
secrets.
Hey, the longer, whenever I go last, I just sit there and I just take it all in. So when you get me up here quicker, I don't have all the time to think about all the great things that I come up with while I'm sitting there just waiting.
Hold it. Who said this is great stuff? I'm the judge of it. Wait a second. If you can.
Tears.
Yeah, because
Everybody's laughing.
they're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you right now.
No.
You better get your mama's right with you. There's Lois right
They're
there.
not laughing.
No, that was quite a performance. I just wish we had you on at the beginning so you could just lay that right out there for all the folks watching this.
I'm sorry. I'm going to get back to my general studies here in a little bit.
What does that mean? The generals of the army again?
Wait, which general are you studying tonight?
Eisenhower,
How about Washington?
Dollar
Go back to
General?
George.
Washington.
There you go. How about my General Sun Tzu? The Art of War, baby. You got to read a book. Get him to read a book in general studies. That's one of the best
If
generals.
I'm going to write a book, I'm going to have to read a book.
Well, you know what? Since I'm coming out with the magazine, when Brenner Contracting sponsors something, you're going to be the Golden Quill writer for that Brenner Contracting.
10-time Golden Quill Award.
No, 11 now. I just added one.
Once I write for Pittsburgh Sports, I'll
11.
11. Because I'll go back and print myself another one.
You know what? I've never seen his Golden Quill. I'm having an investigation here on the Golden Quill controversy.
Alan,
I'm sorry, folks. Do you want to talk sports? We
Yeah.
can talk sports.
No, we just had you for comedic relief.
I'm sorry. Okay, well, I hope you have fun editing this.
No, it's all
I
good.
got roasted last week on the show, so I had a whole week to think about a lot of stuff and reflect.
Well, I like how you come back strong because I heard you were on the debating team and you held your own here right
Thanks to
now.
having
hey,
me.
Zach, you know what I wanted to bring up to you? I hear that you had somebody fall off the card on the 12th for their boxing card.
Jason, who?
Yeah,
Bergman, I'm sorry.
yeah.
But, it happens in the business, where guys get with new promoters or whatever and they promise them the world. Some guys only want to fight in West Virginia. They got weak standards in West Virginia. You can fight a guy off the street, they'll sanction it. As in Pennsylvania, SERB is very strict. The commission does a great job. They don't really clown around or have a lot of monkey business in this
Right.
state, if you ever noticed. when it comes to the athletic.
I have noticed, but some of it I disagree with, as you know. I'm opinionated.
It's a democracy.
Right.
You're not-
So, you know, we got that big card coming up on the 12th, right?
Yeah, we do, but I mean, Rod's still fighting. And
Yeah,
that's
that's at the Green Tree Civic Center, right? Or the
Green Tree
Community Center?
Sports Complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 15 in the world, Rod Salk at 135 pounds. NABA title is going to be on the line. He's going to be fighting for another Intercontinental title.
Nice.
So there's
Couple
2 titles.
belts at risk.
And you got Vasquez will be there. So now, you know.
Sammy Vasquez is going to
Team
be there.
Vasquez.
Proud to say Team Vasquez again. Welcome back. Mexican.
American.
We'll get you back
Mexican. American.
It's all
No, that's great. No, they have quite the operation. I can't wait to see Sammy fight again. And I saw Rod working out.
I heard you two were gonna be ringside.
Well, we just signed the deal. We just signed the deal. Aaron Ward can make it. She come in from internationally to do this for the fight on the 12th. She had other plans. She had to cancel them. She's just unbelievable.
Isn't it ironic though that the guy from Still Valley is in charge of your security that night?
Whoa. You are the best. Little Z, you are the best. What is that? Hold on, wait a second. Wait a second. Woo! I feel much better here because it's Z time still.
This is a great towel too. I like that towel.
Well, feel the weight of this towel. Here, put that up. Just feel that. You can feel the guys that work with me, Chief. You can tell the quality of the material here.
The only one of these. This is one of one that was ever given away. So.
You're not running with that, baby.
Hold it tight. Hold it in.
Whoa. I got it. You know what? Whatever you took before while you were sitting at the bar, you're great. And I know you don't drink. So this is all natural.
Oh, no pets.
He is heads free, HGH. He's still young and healthy, so he's pumping out normal, regular HGH. Mine's all shot, buddy. I need some of the Aroid stuff to get pumped up.
You look pretty good for 35.
I'm a little bit older than that, my friend. About 22 times I've been 35, but thanks.
55.
No, I passed that. I can't drive 55.
Man,
Sammy
that is
Hagar.
a handsome looking 65.
No, 70. 70. Yeah, I turned 70 on my last birthday.
That's great hair.
I appreciate
Burt
it.
Reynolds just called in, man. He wants to know the secret.
Well, you got to stay off all that the drugs there. And you can't take the steroids. I'm telling you, that's how it works. But thanks for the compliments. You're welcome back. No, you're welcome back because I don't want hair like Troy. I like his hair, but he's starting to get a few gray strands in there. And I got way too many gray hairs
Whatever
for
it
that.
takes to win football games. Whatever
Well,
it
that
takes.
didn't work.
So
It's
they
not
gotta
working.
Switch to Perk Plus. Whatever it takes, man.
No, here's what they have to do. Zazu, tomorrow, go see Marianne. I'm getting this cut for the 100th show tomorrow. We're doing our 100th show, live studio show. I'm sorry you can't be a
I'm gonna
part
call
of it.
Marianne in the morning and have her.
Have her dollar clippers, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, enough about me, Z.
We'll have the
When's that
Don
beard
King
getting
over
trimmed?
Hey, it's on the line October 12th, so come out to
When's
Green
the,
Tree Sports Complex.
that's why I'm promoting it. I hear the beard's going to get trimmed.
Hey, we'll see. If Rod keeps winning, man, the beard's gonna keep growing.
Okay, well then I'm rooting for Rod. That beard can be like Rip Van Winkle. No problem. Just don't turn white on that beard, all right? What are you thinking about Pitt football? Since we got your brother's opinion,
Well, I just was a little bit disappointed in the defense. Another Still Valley.
What defense?
Ezel, there's some guys that got to step up and start playing some football here. You know, you're playing Duke. They're pretty porous of a football program when it comes to football.
you've been
They
reading the
put up
dictionary again?
You know,
Did you say
the
porous?
thing that's disturbing about it, they've played 2 games in the ACC, and they've given up, I think, like 80, almost 90 points. That's not the recipe for
We're not
success.
playing good defense here in the city of Pittsburgh right now, all the way.
Anywhere.
And they both practice at the same facility, so
Do you think it has something to do with the facility and the food they're eating and the water and the lack of peds?
hey, maybe
Or
it's
any of the
now
above?
that these guys aren't allowed to play ping pong and shoot pool. You know, well, I gotta think, why don't some of these star players quit being on all these TV shows and get in the playbook and get in the weight room and get better, so we don't have to go, you know.
I want to
3 and 13.
expand on your idea there. I don't see leaders in the locker room. That's what I see a lack of. Because you wouldn't have to tell everybody you're going to stop playing ping pong.
Well, you know,
Get back in the shower,
you know what the
bathroom,
problem is? You
whatever-
got people that like to get on in front of a microphone and talk about how they lead, and you know what? That's not the way people lead.
Well, that's part of my point here, Chip. And whether people like it or not, Big Ben wasn't made a captain right away. It was after people started leaving here. So just think about that for about 10 more seconds.
I'm not thinking about that at all. Those 5 guys on the offensive line should be ashamed of themselves. Like, that's
5,
even
there were
more-
about 7 that
That's
couldn't
even more
block.
embarrassing than Todd Haley, because I think there's some guys that were on the show, some young kids that play in Madden right now that could call better plays.
And you know what's even more disturbing than the way they're playing? If there isn't a person on that team that's any better than they are, and that's the best we got. We don't have anybody to back them
I'll
up.
tell you what, though, one more thing I want to point out. And I'm
You got more
Antonio-
time, buddy.
I'm
Go
calling
ahead.
out Antonio Browns. Young man, every time you get a 10-yard play, a 30-yard play, you didn't even score a touchdown. You didn't even do anything. You ended up dropping the next ball. That was crucial. Like, you want to celebrate, young man. Just play football, man. Just play football.
yeah.
Maybe we might
But
be
that's
better.
the mentality.
Yeah, that's why we're in the tank right now.
It's a black thing.
It's a God's country thing.
You know what? You know they
Is it?
God's country.
Who said that?
Smoking Jim.
Who said Monrovia was God's country?
I've been there. He yelled in my ear a few times. I'm deaf in both ears because of that. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
You mustn't listen to the show. You just come on the show to talk.
This is
You
my
don't
first
listen.
time on the show.
Okay.
I'm
Who are
battling
you?
dementia.
Are you? Would you hit your head?
Yeah, a bunch of times.
I can see it. Don't show the folks what it looks like. Oh man.
That's
Here,
why I always wear a hat.
put a towel on that, baby. Here, you've been injured.
have to dim the lights.
You've been injured there. Well, what about the Buccos here? What's your thoughts there? You're opinionated on every sport that I know, and I like your opinion, so go ahead.
Well, they still got 2 more to go. That's the lucky number. And Chip has proven me wrong, so we're going to be having a steak dinner here, either at Sips or, not Bruce and Chris.
No.
Unless it's
I
on
heard
Smoke and
Morton's.
Jim.
I heard he said, I know Morton's. You don't know
that's
Morton's.
okay.
Maybe
You know
go
what?
there. That's
You
better
know,
than Ruth Chris.
it's all
More
good.
expensive.
It's all good. We've got 6 games left, and we're in the midst of our one of the last 6 games. And you know what? It's not going to be. The story's not going to be told until next Sunday, man, when the last game's played. It's going to come down to the wire, and we still have a chance to win the division.
Are we going to make the playoffs, let alone the division, Chip?
Yes.
We can't.
Let me tell you
You
again.
want to
Yes.
go double or nothing on my steak?
Don't do it. Z, don't
Go in
do
the
it.
hide. Go in the hide for
Don't
steak.
do
Go in the
it.
hide for
Z,
steak.
I'm your
I already got
gambling
my
advisor.
Hey, Z.
here. Don't gamble.
Hey Z, I got to tell you, I already got my World Series tickets lined up. So man, you know, I'm a believer, brother.
We can double or nothing on the World Series.
No, no, no,
Oh,
no, no.
hold on. Hey, Al.
Yeah.
How many shows is this at Sips?
Like 35?
35th show at Sips. We interviewed over 130 people. We got 4 people in the Sips Sports Bar Hall of Fame. Now we got the 5th. Little Z, you're in the Sips Sports Bar Hall of Fame.
Give me your towel back, Hall of Famer.
What about Esther?
Congratulations. It takes a while. You got to earn that
Did you
reputation.
get an honorable mention?
Well, I got to shake your hand because I never saw you bust anybody's chops from A to Z like you did against Smoking Tim.
Great job, Little Z. Thank you.
It was just unbelievable, buddy. And you earned it. You did it the old-fashioned way, which I respect. You worked hard at it, and you hit the books. And you even pulled the dictionary out on a porous defense. I was impressed by that.
Thanks, Miss Fleming.
We'll let you sit on as we close down the show
Some
because
of
you
those
earned the
still
seat. Wait.
teachers get through.
Oh, wait, enough of that. You already got the Hall of Fame. You beat him down. Don't go for the kill now. We got to keep him alive.
Yeah.
All right, you got it.
You got the
pummeled him.
4th chair on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Now you're in the Hall of Fame. What's next?
Yeah, you pummeled him.
What are you going to do? Climb Mount Everest?
I got to check with Devin. I think we got the 2-minute mark. Oh my goodness, we're under 2 minutes.
He's gonna show L his golden quill.
I don't want to hear anything about that. That's a lot of sheets of paper. All right, we're ending this show.
Go to the Himalayas and bring back the Yeti.
I want to start closing down with this. Thanks to Bethel Park for letting us out here. Thanks for Dave Cable and editing 90% of this conversation in the last segment, except for the Hall of Fame part.
It's all in there.
Okay, it'll stay because that's your boy out there. You keep saying Dave Cable. We got John the intern. We got the photo of Esther again. Aaron Ward. We got Devin Shea here. Told us less than a minute to go. You can say goodnight to your fans out there.
Say goodnight. Hi, Mom. Hi to my brother. Thanks for being on the show.
Smoking Jim, you can give the
Bill Boyce.
shout out to whoever you want it, except for Esther.
Steph, John, Devin, everybody at Sips.
Congratulations to the new Hall of Famer.
And congratulations to our newest father, Devin Shea.
And Chip, give us a good night, and then we got to close this up here.
All right, man. The Pirates are going to wrap it up tonight. The playoff spot's going to be ours after tonight. The Nationals are going down, and the Pirates are going up.
All right, let's go Buccos, and we're going to do our 100th show. We got a 2-year anniversary coming up October 18th. Make sure you come out to our launch at Savoy and Penn Avenue there. Everybody's welcome, even Z. He already registered. He'll be there, and he's going to have the same attitude he has on the show because he's very popular. That's what I hear in Upper St. Homestead, Upper St. Munhall, and wherever little Z is throughout the city.
And
especially at Sips Sports Bar. Thanks for watching the show.
October 17th, the Fries are on Allen.